Sea of Thieves just announced a ton of stuff that they have ready for the upcoming seasons of 2024. Some of the stuff they have planned for season 12, 13, and 14 are absolutely insane, and some of it doesn't even seem real. But it all is, and I'm incredibly excited about all of it. Today, I'm going to be ranking all of the things that they showed us, from least cool to most cool, and if you think you would put some of these things in different places on this list, let me know in the comments. Also, a quick side note, in this video, I'm only going to be including stuff that they actually showed real gameplay of. So if they talked about it but did not show off what it would look like in the game, then it won't be here. With that, let's get started. First off, at 9th place, we have the addition of ziplines on islands. Don't get me wrong, even though this is the lowest item on this entire list, I still think it's pretty cool to finally see this tall tale specific mechanic reach the rest of the game. I remember in a video that I made when the Monkey Island Tall Tales were just announced, talking about how I wonder if they will be adding ziplines to other islands around the world, and they finally are. I'm pretty glad to see this change coming. At number 8, we have the double shot pistol. This one really surprised me because there was a bunch of rumors of brand new weapons coming to Sea of Thieves, but out of anything I could have imagined, this is not what I expected. In the announcement video, they show off that while you use this pistol, you'll be able to fire each shot individually, or you can kind of charge it up to shoot both at once for more damage. I'm really curious about if you'll be able to have more than the traditional 5 ammo that the other weapons use when you're using this weapon, so that you aren't stuck with an awkward single shot in your double pistol after firing it twice. Number 7 on this list is Scattershot. I think that this is an awesome variation of cannonballs that will be great for exhausting the enemy supplies, since it will create multiple low tier holes in any ship type. I think that the game has needed something like this for a very long time, but we didn't know what the Sea of Thieves team solution for this would be. I think this one will definitely make ship-to-ship combat more interesting, and with what we know about it, it sounds like it'll be exceptional against skeleton and ghost ships. Number 6, the grapple gun. The grapple gun is definitely also something I'm looking forward to. Some islands require you to run around a long path in order to get to the top of it, but being able to grapple up onto the high cliffs instead of taking that long trail is game changing. I think that having some new mobility options aside from sword dashing and firing yourself out of cannons will be a nice change of pace. I just hope that it doesn't always look like the sniper and that that's only a placeholder, because that could make recognizing what weapon the enemy is currently holding quite confusing. The number 5 spot on this list goes to the wind collar. I don't really know how this will work, but I kind of imagine that it will be an item that you'll be able to find just around random islands similar to the tridents. This item will allow you to use the power of wind to move your ship, move rowboats, or even other players. I'm interested to see what kinds of creative things players will do with this. At number 4, we have the bone collar. The bone collar is easily one of the coolest things that are getting added to the game this year. An item that is basically just like a fire bomb, but instead of spawning fire, it spawns skeletons that come to assist you in battle. That is cool. And the fact that they showed us that you'll be able to use these on ships makes me even more excited to see this one in the live version of the game eventually. Number 3, throwing knives. Out of all the weapons that were showcased in the 2024 showcase video, this is the one that I'm by far most excited for. I absolutely love that we'll finally have a second choice for a melee weapon to use instead of only a sword. Having multiple different melee attacks and being able to throw the knife is a completely new moveset that we haven't seen before, that I can definitely imagine would inspire some really creative gameplay that we can't even predict yet. I also really like that once you throw them, if you miss, you can go back over to the location where they land and pick them up and throw them again. Number 2, walking on harpoon lines. This is also something I've been wishing for since the Monkey Island Tall Tales were first announced. I even made a silly animation about what I thought it could be like if you were able to zipline down harpoon lines like zip lines when they were added, but the way they showed us that they are implementing this is way cooler than I could have expected. The fact that you'll need to balance on the rope as you cross it or risk falling in the water is a really interesting mechanic, and I also can't wait to see harpoons being much more useful in ship-to-ship combat. And of course, finally in the number 1 spot, we have the amazing game-changing world event that was announced with Season 13. I feel like I don't even actually know how to put into words how excited I am for this one. The idea of taking down a massive ship and then being able to board it with your crew and sail it around to secondary objectives is already cool enough. But the fact that the skeleton crew that was already there is going to be helping you repair and keep your ship afloat is crazy. Also, the fact that this update is going to be adding brand new islands that are related to the event around the world also gives it another reason why it's going to be one of the single biggest updates of the year, and above that, of all time.